Hello, my friends. I don't know why I said it like that, but here we go. Let me put this headphone away, actually. Why am I talking to you like you're a bunch of kindergartners? Well, that's the vibe, I guess. I feel like I fell into a bit of a little hole in the last couple weeks. Wasn't necessarily bad, but it just felt like I could not do this. I couldn't do the messages. Sometimes that happens to me where I go into these little underground passageways where I can't seem to, I don't know, just I have to like think about things or like I process something and then I come out the other side and continue on what I was doing. So I think that's what was happening. Yeah, and I'm feeling some things that I'm thinking about today that I feel might be relevant is a little bit of chaos, a little bit of like do it messy, don't do it perfect. Another thing I'm thinking about is the fairy realm, so that could be also relevant to you. They came to me earlier today in a very profound way, and so I've been kind of working with them all day, so maybe they will come through in this reading for us. Yeah, and just allowing anxiety and pressure and worry to take a back seat. And I know that's easier said than done in a lot of scenarios, but I'm really feeling that this year, especially this like fire horse year with all of its very distinct energies, it actually has a lot to do with this whole idea of taking the reins of your own life and stuff. It's like basically empowering yourself to do the things that you want to do and to make changes. But to me, what has been really at the forefront of this whole year so far has really truly been this ability to just shift the mind away from patterns of thought and patterns of belief that just don't serve anymore, that are just holding us back. And I think in previous years, this is what I'm not entirely sure exactly how. I think it's the combination of so many different forces and energies all converging at this point. Because I feel that up until this year, like in previous years, that had been a very difficult process to just change your mindset or just like change your way of thinking or to like divert your thinking away from a destructive pattern into a more constructive one. That was kind of like not possible. You couldn't just do that without doing a whole bunch more like somatic works and really healing from the inside out. And there's something about 2026 or this year, this energy of fire horse, that to me frees us from those heavier, longer term processes. And we're actually given this like ability to switch on a dime, kind of like a rodeo horse is what I'm seeing. Like this ability to be extremely nimble and what's the word I'm looking for? Nimble and like oh, I'll think of it later. But yeah, where you can just like move really quickly and efficiently and athletically. And that's kind of happening on the mental level as well as in the physical and energetics. I'm really saying that. So this year, you might be feeling this right now, especially because we currently are in spring, finally, like officially deep in spring. And the energy that has come through with this change in season has been like this really beautiful, warm relief kind of feeling. And so the early energies of the year had really got us all like, ooh, like we were really releasing some stuff. Like most of us had something like torn away from us or uprooted or something that was just like not going to be able to come with us on the journey. And then the first couple of months of 2026 were like us adjusting to that change because so much energy is happening and flowing so fast and so intensely that our earthly bodies, our nervous systems, our minds and everything, like it takes a little bit of time to actually catch up and to actually adjust. And that's perfectly normal. And I really think that the winter was the season to do that. And then now that we're in spring going into summer, there's this energy of like, oh, like relief, like, ah. So yeah, I don't know why I'm feeling called to talk about this, but it's probably relevant to you. And I think that's the energy that we're in right now. And I'm just going to let a message come through for us today to see if there's, see what we need to know. So already we have this energy of the moon and the hanged man. Okay, so, oh my God, the cards are going everywhere. The moon and the hanged man. The moon came out first, and so there is, and this is kind of when I was talking about going through these underworld or underground passages, like there's these moments where you have to sort of like dive into a burrow or dive into a tunnel or something. And it's just like the path just takes you down. It's like, it's almost like being on a train or and you're taken on the train under a mountain, and you just have to go through that pass. Like there's nothing that you can say or do about it. You just have to like go through the pass, and then there's the light at the end of the tunnel, and you get out and you just like emerge again. So there's this energy I'm getting of like nighttime as well as something that we have to just sleep through, or we have to just pass through. Like night comes and then it goes, and then it comes and it goes. So I'm getting this energy of maybe that as being kind of a theme right now. Maybe you are also emerging from a period of, or like a period of feeling clouded, misted, or in the dark in some way. You may be on the emerging end, like the other side of a dark night of the soul, so to speak, where you've really had to delve into some darkness in yourself or in others in the world, and you lost your faith, and you were like, what the fuck is going on? And now you're feeling like you might be maybe you're understanding that process. You might also be in the midst of that process. And so me explaining it to you like this is to remind you that it is temporary. And I think that the reason you might actually be in a process like that right now, or maybe feeling like that right now, is because of this hanged man. It means that you're kind of feeling like, excuse me, can someone get me out of this? Or like, when is this going to be done? And how long do I have to go through this process? This could also have to do with, if you're a woman, this could do with your cycle. And so you're going through a part of your cycle that kind of makes you feel a little bit like you have to wait it out. Okay, so like maybe the luteal phase, or you're on your period or something, and it's just like you have to wait this period out before you can feel, literally and figuratively, before you can feel like you have your energy back. And I think that is really what's going to happen, is the energy is going to come back. We have the Knight of Wands here. This is very creative. Also very like sexual and sensual kind of energy coming through. So you might be just feeling like you are, you're moving through this like heaviness and this mist. And there's a period of time that you just have to work. You just have to like allow this period to happen. And then your creative and life force energy comes back with renewed vigor. And this is all part of your process of alchemy. Like you are alchemizing internally, meaning changing form. And you're alchemizing things like pain or shame or guilt or any kind of shadow, any kind of like past experience or a current feeling of fear, and you're transmuting them because you're ingesting them and ingesting these emotions and these states of being, and you're processing them. You're like, what are they about? What is the root of them? What is it about me? And what is the relational experience inside myself? And why is it bringing up these emotions? And then you're understanding yourself, and then you're coming out on the other side of that experience being more powerful and more capable of like wielding your own psyche, your own power, and also like the powers that be in the universe. So you're actually like in this process of uncovering your own personal power, or reinstating your own personal power, or glowing up in a certain sense. Like you're upgrading yourself through this process. And like I said before, this is something that is sort of naturally occurring for you. So it's not a forced process. It's it's like you are already in communion with your world and with yourself and your spiritual path, or your creative path, or whatever, your life. And you do, to some degree, already know how to surrender. And so this is a confirmation that you have just been, you are going through, or you're currently, or you've been going through another one of these deepening processes that have showed you even more truth through a period of confusion, through a period of darkness. You're emerging with more life force. This is all very beautiful, powerful energy connected to like the earth and the truth of darkness and light, and how the interplay is always generative, and how we need to have darkness and light in order to create life as we know it. And like that, so much power and life force comes from the deep dark below, right? Okay, so you are planning something. You are thinking about your future. You are visioning something. You're trying, and I think what's happening is that you're actually visioning, you're getting this renewed sense of clarity around your vision, or around something that you know you want. This is something that you've had to, I think, defend for a very long time. Like you've had to defend the purity of this vision from other people, from other energies, from influences, and you've narrowed things down, I think, or you're in the process of narrowing things down, and like almost narrowing the scope of your vision so that you can become an even more powerful manifester around this thing. Meaning, when your vision gets even more clear, when you're not busy defending yourself all the time from other people, then you can become a lot more focused on the thing that you do want to bring in, because you're able to like sort of hone the intention. And I am seeing that part of this intention, or part of this vision that you have, involves a sacred, like a relationship, a soulmate relationship. So I'm seeing this as something that makes you feel very, very emotionally safe and reciprocated. It could be someone that you have a connection with from your childhood. This could be someone that you just feel like you understand their inner child, and vice versa. They understand yours. You connect on things that you love, on things that you enjoy. There's some kind of sensory delight here that you both really seem to love and appreciate. There's also a protection of innocence theme here. So you and this other person are people, and this could be someone that's actually already in your life, or this could be this is the vision that you have, that you are honing in, that you are like focusing on, and that you will be bringing in because of this process that you've been in. So either way, it's either already in your life or not, and I can pull more cards on that in a sec to see, but basically this is a connection that is rooted in the what's the word I want right here? Not just protection of, but it's like a devotion to beauty, a devotion to soft things, a devotion to protecting things that are vulnerable. That I think that is something that you both connect on in a very significant way. So you and this other person are in this potential that you will be meeting. This is something that you can understand about them through the right person, but something that you connect on is is the care that you both have for growth, for growing things, for growing a relationship together, for creating a garden together, for it's like the idea of creating a garden with someone and then nurturing it so effectively that all these amazing delicate things can come into full bloom and thrive that in harsher circumstances wouldn't be able to, but it's because of the nature of your collaboration with this other person that you are able to create something so magnificent, full of so much bounty, full of so much beauty, and that draws in other life forms. And it's a creation of the two of you together that has created this thing. And it's because you both share the same values, and those values are coming through as beauty and truth and justice and protection of innocence and things like that. And so this is the kind of partnership that starts, and it's very intimate. There's something about this partnership, and this could be work or something. It doesn't have to be romantic, but there is this idea of a partnership here. And either you're honing your vision of it or it's already coming into your world after a period of waiting and darkness and things like that, and having to like do all this inner transmutation work. And now there's this like clarity and this beauty, a beautiful relationship that's coming in. And what I'm feeling with it is, like I said, there's this intimacy between you and this other person, the space between you, where you're so focused on each other, and you're so, it's so private and intimate, but not in a way that shuts other people out. It's just like you two both acknowledge that what you have is, you two both acknowledge each other as like each other's safe space. And in a way that you've never felt with anyone else before. This is like, this is someone that you just like know you're safe with them. And you both tend to the space between you as if it is sacred and as if it is the thing that you care about the most in the world. So it's almost like your relationship, which is the space between you, becomes this like child. It becomes this like this thing that you've created together, and both of you love it so much that you want to care for it. It's amazing. You could also like actually have a child with this person because that energy is there. That energy is there. You're cultivating it even without a child per se, right? And because you are both in that state, it could potentially lead to an actual spirit baby being born, like an actual child being born, because it's a perfect match to that frequency that you're both creating. Like, you know what I mean? It would just fit right in. And it would be an extension of that. So, and now I want to talk about like this other thing though, because there's this like, so there's this beautiful energy, this beautiful connection that you are either calling in or that you are like watching arrive in your world right now. And the thing is, both of you have this past, this like experience of being dragged through the world in a sense when it comes to relationships or to community or to feeling like, it could even be finances, like, and it could be different for both of you, but it's just like this feeling, both of you can understand each other's sense of weariness, basically. Weariness of just being in this world and searching for that home and searching for that like sense of warmth and solace, right? And this could have been like through just both of you have experienced betrayal, or you've experienced like lack of healthy dynamics or a lack of healthy communication, and you've just been hurt, or you've been disappointed. People have lied, people have bullshitted, whatever. And this is changing because of the space that you cultivate with this person. Just because it just is. So this is really just about this. You now get to walk in beauty. You now get to walk through the world in a way that just allows you to be at ease and allows you to be in that energy of the beauty that you naturally exude. Because in the past, you've been through so many cycles with people that had this like harsh view of you, this harsh energy that just did not match this the wild creative part of you and the softer, more emotional, devotional side of you. And so that has led you through, I think that's been a theme in your life. And now it's time to sort of change up that energy into one that is so much more inspirational and aspirational, and that allows you to stay in the energy of inspiration and beauty, and to be in right relationship with the world in the way that's the most honest and authentic for you. And I will say that there is this there's a very strong intention here that I'm picking up on, like very strong. It could be from the person or from you or from the whole situation. But there's this like big decision that happens, and it will change your fortune in a certain way. Is just to, I think, even to choose this is to change your fortune. We have white buffalo here, which is there's a prophecy involved. There's a prophecy of a new era, of a new paradigm. And that is what shifts things from this era of you always losing, in a sense. I'm getting this there's an era of difficulty and challenge and things being imbalanced, so that you could learn how to balance yourself and learn what your real power is and what your real desires are. And to become really clarified in that sense. And then this shift happens where it's not even that anything that you could have created yourself, it's just that it is a paradigm shift. So this is a big energetic shift that happens, and this gift comes into your life. And it's almost like it's been prophesied over you or about you, maybe without your knowing. And when it comes in, when the thing comes in, it's a sign that the times are changing, and that they're changing for the better, that there is this purity that will cover the land, so to speak, that will come in and purify the land of your life. This is very emotional. This is about a cleansing of your emotional space, a cleansing of your memory, cleansing of everything. This is like with the sacred waters of the goddess. I'm even getting of like Saraswati, of these energies where they come through and they cleanse the stories of your life so that you can be refreshed. And so this partnership, or this new phase, this new paradigm, it does that. It's what it's doing, is it's washing your life of the past. But it doesn't mean you're forgetting. It's not like amnesia. It's that it's cleansing everything. So it'll help you to be able to look back at the things that have not been pleasant and that have caused pain, and then to be able to understand them in a different way, so that it doesn't make you feel like you are actually still weighed down karmically. It's just that you'll be able to look at them from a place of detachment and cleansed energy and like purity. Yeah, so I'm getting, again, remember I started off this reading with talking about the fae and the fairies. So I really do sense that there is this relationship that you have with the world and with the earth and with your environments, and just being attuned to life and tuned to the world in such a way that it loves you back. And this is like kind of like a good karma thing, where you really are, you're experiencing the response of the world back to you that you have given to it. And it loves you. It's very loving. Yes, and then you're answering this call. So there is this call and response. I'm getting call and response with you and the world and the universe. And I think this is going to, like, this relationship or this new paradigm shift that I'm talking about, because the two are entwined. The relationship is, or the partnership is, a call to action, so to speak, a call to finally step into the light, it's like a dawn, a new dawn. And that is what wakes you up out of this moon and hanged man energy. Is it's like, oh, okay, I'm ready now, or okay, I've been waiting for it. And like I said, it's like it comes in, greets you, and then you can get down off the ledge, or you can kind of, it comes in with the light or something. It's something about this that changes your world, and then you answer the call or you go with it, and your life is different. Okay, so that's your beautiful reading for the day. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.